When you wrestle with God, you will never walk the same again. There is even going to be a physical indication that your life has been changed. And then Jacob says something else. He says, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to tap out until you bless me. And so Jacob has this wrestling match with God. Hey, my name is Michael. Thanks for joining us today. Today's reading is chapters 32 through 35 of Genesis. And a huge moment in Jacob's life happens in chapter 32. We're going to read about it. We're kind of nearing the end of Jacob's story, but this moment changes everything. It's crucial not only for the Hebrew faith, but for our faith as believers as well. Remember, Jacob is running from Laban. He's fled and he's taken Leah, he's taken Rachel, he's taken everything that he owns. And right now he's anticipating the meetup of his brother Esau. Remember, he hasn't seen Esau in years. He thinks that Esau is actually going to kill him. If we look back, it's the same Esau that he tricked into getting the birthright, that he stole the blessing. He thinks Esau is out to destroy him, and he finds himself alone. And in verse 24, it says this: Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of the day. Here's what happens. The man sees that he cannot defeat Jacob, and so he wrenches Jacob's hip out of his socket. Who is this man? Some people say it's an angel of God. Some people say it's Jesus. Some people would say it's God himself. I believe it was the Lord, and the Lord wrenched Jacob's hip out. And here's what this means. When you wrestle with God, you will never walk the same again. There is even going to be a physical indication that your life has been changed. And then Jacob says something else. He says, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to tap out until you bless me. And so the Lord blesses Jacob, and that changes everything. And watch what happens in verse 30. Verse 30 says, for I have seen God, this is Jacob talking, face to face, and yet my life has been delivered. This is monumental. Why? Let me tell you something. It's okay to wrestle with God, especially as you're reading the Bible. Maybe this is the first time you've ever read the Bible cover to cover or chronologically as we are. And we're going to be wrestling with some of these scriptures. You probably already have. There's probably some things that you've read that you've questioned. And guess what? Jacob wrestled with God all night, and it was only in the wrestle that he saw God, in his words, face to face. One question that we never answered: why Jacob? Why not Esau? Esau, it seems like Esau would be the better choice. He's not only the firstborn, seems like he has it more together. Jacob's kind of the deceiver. He's kind of going to do whatever he wants to obtain what he wants. Why Jacob? Many people believe this. It's because he wanted it. It's because he wanted the blessing. It's because he was willing to do wherever it takes. Esau had contempt. Jacob had this, I'm going to chase whatever God has for me. I'm going to chase the best. Can I tell you something? I interact with so many Esau Christians. So many that come to church and that's the only time that they interact with God. They call themselves a Christian, but their life looks nothing like Christ. Maybe you're a little bit like Jacob. Maybe you're kind of the black sheep of the family. I've heard it put like this: maybe you color outside the lines. But I think that Jacob wanted it, and that's why God chose him. God bless you. Hey, if you missed yesterday's teaching, click or tab here. We'll see you tomorrow.